How special will your loved one feel when you make a cute gift bag to go along with the gift? This was so simple. I used everything that I already had at home, and I'm going to show you how to make it now. Okay, first you're going to think about what size gift bag you need. So I got my dad, or my husband and my dad, both a t-shirt. And well, first of all, we're obsessed with dachshunds, so is this not too cute? We have two at home. But I want to make sure the bag that I have is not too small, right? And I have a lot of different size bags at home. I always have like solid bags because I never know what occasion I'm going to make them for. So we're going to customize this one for Father's Day, and it's going to fit perfectly into this bag right here. So if you noticed on the sample, I had a pocket, and I just happened to have these little bags. They're treat bags. They're just like little envelopes. So I thought that'd be such a cute little pocket. I had this for ribbon for a tie. And then I thought, well, I love that one, but I kind of want to make a different one for my husband because the first one was my dad's. So I may use this ribbon for my husband's just to have something different. And then the pocket square, this is just some scrap fabric I have. I don't have a lot of fabric at home, and this is really the only thing that's going to, I think it's going to work better out of all the ones that I do have. So we'll see how that looks. I had some scrap buttons. These are pop dimensionals, like pop-ups. It's going to make the pocket stick up. You don't have to have that. You can use regular glue if you want. I like using an erasable pen because that helps me decide where I want to put my lettering on the pocket. And then I have some different markers I'm going to be using along with a white gel pen. I think that is everything. Oh, no, you're going to need some adhesive and some scissors. Okay, so first we're going to start with the bag. And I'm going to show you two different cuts to make. You're just going to make two cuts. We're going to cut from right here. We're going to go straight to where this line is and cut right underneath where the handle is, and just like that. And then we're going to do the same thing on the other side. I just flip that around and go just a hair bit further than the original. So they both should be just a little bit past the handle. Now we're going to take these sides and pull them out. And then they're going to end up coming down like this when we're ready. Okay, this is going to be the front part. But I'm going to flip this over because I want to add stitching for, this is going to go like this, and I want to add stitching while it's flat to the neck of the shirt, okay? And to do that, we're just going to make straight little dashes. They don't need to be perfect. Okay, and then I'm just going to go around. This is a white gel pen. Try not to smear it. That's why I keep turning it to where my other arm doesn't smear it. Oh, let me go all the way to where I cut. Okay, and before I put the bag together, I'm going to go ahead and start on my little pocket. Just going right on the front. This is the back of the bag, remember, but I'm just showing you as an example. And I wanted to go ahead while I have this out and stitch around it as well. Now, think about what you want to write on the pocket. This could be for anything. It definitely doesn't have to be just for Father's Day. It could be a birthday, graduation, wedding gift for your son. Okay, now we've got this ready, and now we see how much space we have to write happy. I'm doing Dad's Day. I like that. Well, there's a lot of reasons for that. But one reason, I like doing Dad's Day because the way it's going to fit on here easier with the markers that I'm using. And so let's do happy first. I'm going to try to fill the space the best I can. And I'm not trying to write it straight on purpose. Happy. And I'm going to fit Dad in the middle here. And add the apostrophe S down here. Oops. Again, erasable pen. Don't we love this? I'll show you a magic trick in a minute. Day. Okay. Now, I just wanted it fun and whimsy. It's not straight. There's no line, straight lines here. But if you like that look, just use a ruler and make you some lines. Now I'm going to take whatever pens I feel like go along. This is the part where I do like to pull this out and look at the ribbon because I want to know what color I'm going to make as far as a letter on here. This is a paint marker, so this should work to tie in the blue. So I'm just going to start with this for Dad. There we go. The rest, it doesn't matter to me what I use for the lettering. I could tie in a darker blue. I could tie in black. I think black would look nice especially if I use a brush pen and do my fancy lettering skills. You got to use them when you can, right? So basically, when I do hand lettering, I am using a brush pen right here, and I'm going to go thin up and then press down heavy, light up, heavy down. And this pen, because it's a brush tip, helps you achieve that look. Heavy down, light up, heavy down. Heavy down and light up. Yeah, that looks great. Okay, now let's keep going. Heavy down, light up. The downstrokes are always thick. And when you go up, no matter where it is, anytime you go up, it's thin. Like here, thin, thick, thin, thick. These are wonderful brush pens, especially for beginners. Now, you can also still see some of my red erasable pen. Now, I can get in there and I can erase it, or I can use my heat gun, which I have a heat gun handy because I am a professional crafter. If you have a heat gun handy, like right at your fingertips, you're a professional crafter. Anyway, so watch how it magically erases. If you can see that, so look right there. I'm going to start right there on the Y. And it's gone. There we go. It's gone. Now, for the dad, I really want the dad to stand out a little bit more. So I may grab, how about a gray marker to do a little bit of shadowing just for dad? Right here. Yeah, that makes dad's pop out. But also, I think we need to either add a little fine black line or a white line in between. And I haven't decided yet which one. I also love how this stitching ties in all the other stitching. I didn't even think about that ahead of time. Let's see. I think let's just do the black. I've got the black right here. And I'm just going to do a fine, 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 fine line in between the blue and the shadow. Shadowing was the hardest thing for me to learn. There we go. Okay, I think we're ready to put it together almost. I have buttons I'm going to add to the collar in a minute. And then I'm going to add fabric to this. You could tuck in like a little note, would be so cute. But let me show you real quick how I decided to make the little, what is this called? The little pocket square. I just made sure that I, made a square. So to do that, I'm going to, if you fold it at an angle like this, I know there's easier ways to do this, believe me. I'm trying to save as much fabric as I can to have the biggest pieces left. So I'm going to just make a little triangle. Watch me cut something underneath. I'm not being a good example right now. Okay, so we're just going to cut across here. Just want a square. Okay. Okay, I got my little piece of fabric, a little square. Ha, that's funny. Not quite a square, is it? And then we're just going to fold point to point. And then in the back, you can just fold over and fold over. And then you can tuck it in just like this. Just like this. And isn't that cute? I love the little stars. I think those are fun. There's your pocket square. Okay, let's start putting the pieces together. I turn my bag over to where the stitching is on the back. And then I'm going to go ahead and add my shirt inside. You need to add your gift inside right now. Now you could put tissue in with your gift. I'm not, because I didn't think about it before I came in here. But it would look better. If it was to a woman, I would get up and go because she would care more than a man. Okay, and then now this is just going to kind of go in like this, and then this is going to fold down right here. But before we do that, we got to make our tie. Okay, so to make your tie, I think it might be easier if I take a clip or something and hold this together while I'm making the tie, and maybe you could see it better too. So I'm just grabbing my ribbon and I'm just making do, like I'm not measuring anything in particular, and I'm just wrapping this around so it goes underneath these little panels here, okay? Underneath and underneath here. I'll show you the front in just a second. What the front looks like. Okay, it looks like this. And I'm just going to go ahead and cut off my ribbon. Kind of straighten it up a little bit. Okay, now that I have my ribbon like this, how do you tie a tie? That's what we're doing next. How do you tie a tie? I'm going to see if I can remember how. So we cross it over, and then we go under, and then we go around. Do we do it twice? And then go up, and then down through here. I think that's right. You might want to Google how to make a correct tie. But for this project, we're going to make it work. It almost looks like an elephant trunk. For some reason, that's what I'm thinking of, an elephant. Okay, so now I've got my tie. And like I said, it's going to be a little shorter than I was expecting, but I'm just going to fold this over. It's good enough for me rather than to redo it. And I'm just going to cut an angle so I have my little point. And then the piece underneath it, I'm going to do the same. Fold it in half and just cut at an angle. That one I want to either the same or a little bit shorter. Look, it's cute. It's adorable. I love it. Love it. If you were going to put a pocket on here, I probably would have gone ahead and glued the pocket on if you don't have pop-up dimensionals, or these are, I forget what they're called, pop-up dots or something. They're foam dots. Sorry, foam dots. And the reason is it's easier to glue the pocket down flat before, but since I have the pop dots, I don't have to worry about that because it's easy to put it on when it's standing up. So we've got this. This is going to go next. Or wait, let's go ahead and let's do this part next because I want to make sure I put the pocket on the right spot. Okay, so what's going to happen is this is going to go here, and this is going to go here, like so. And you can do it kind of like, sorry, I need 4 hands. It's going to do like that. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put a little glue. Any kind of glue you want to use. I'm using, this is, quick drying, so this works good for me. And I'm just going to put it right here and press down. Okay, here's that. And now I'm going to do the same thing on this side. Adhesive, adhesive, adhesive. Fold it over. Kind of want these two to touch right here and then press down. Okay, looking good. I love it. I love it. I love it. Now we want to see, where do we want to position our little pocket? So cute. So now I'm going to put my dimensionals on the back. These are great. If you've never used foam tape before. Oh, it's great. I'm just going to put one in each corner and then one in the middle and peeled off the back. Just like little pieces to pull off. There's bigger ones too. I think I would have used the bigger ones for this if I would have had them handy, but either way, it doesn't matter. I'm going to use the small ones for the buttons anyway, so I would have them out. Okay, I'm just going to place this where I want it. Might want to tuck this in a little bit more. And then I think I want it right there. Oops. Just make sure you get all of the foam to stick on there. Cute, 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 cute. What are we missing? I thought it was so fun to add these. I happen to have some extra buttons, so I thought, why not? I didn't have to go to the store and buy anything for this project. I happen to have everything on hand. You might have to go back and add more adhesive. Make sure it... Okay, these you could use any kind of glue. Some kind of liquid glue would probably be really good. I'm using these foam dots because I have them. But they do kind of show through, so you see the white. And I don't know if I love that, but that's okay. Okay, now I'm just going to go down in this little corner and add the button there. You always save buttons for a day like this when you're like, oh, it's the perfect thing. I need this one last thing. And it'll make it. Just make everything come together. And there's that one. And look how sweet. He is going to love that. He's going to love that you took the time to make something for him. And anybody else there is going to appreciate it too. Please let me know in the comments what you think about this project, what you would do different. If you have suggestions or just your favorite part about it, I would love to hear your comments.